Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Christopher Aaron. Happy New Year. I am going to share with you in this video how I just made $80,000 in 3 weeks from one trade, one specific trade. I want you to think about this, how this might apply to your life. If you would like to achieve something like this with me, I'll give you a hint. I gave away this trade almost for free about 3 weeks ago. Very few people were paying attention. It's right in the archives of the YouTube channel. Very few people were paying attention, and those tend to be the most powerful trade setups. So if you missed that one, I'm going to explain it to you, and then I'm going to explain what I see coming for this trade setup again throughout the rest of 2026. If you missed that one a few weeks ago, it's probably because you haven't hit the bell icon or subscribed, because that's how you get notified here on YouTube when these videos come out. You can always follow us for free on X at iGlobalGold. Last but absolutely not least, I want to let you know I'm going to be speaking in person coming up at the end of January, Monday, January 26th, at the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference in Vancouver, British Columbia. This is one of the largest precious metals, natural resource, mining, commodities, investment conferences in the world. You should really come. If you're anywhere in Canada, anywhere in the United States, you should really come. It's a great weekend. There are a lot of excellent speakers. I will be speaking on Monday at 1:40 p.m. in the afternoon at Workshop 1. So make sure to come down and say hi. It would be great to meet you in person. I'll talk more about that over the coming weeks. Let's talk about how I just cleaned out $80,000 in one trade. How did I make $80,000 in 3 weeks? Guys, I gave you the alert for free right here on December 10th. And wouldn't you know it, the fewest people tuned into that video out of all the videos that I've published in the last several months. I don't know why. For some reason, people don't want to make money, apparently. But if you found yourself missing out on that video, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss future videos on this. If you want to see the proof, here is the proof. This is the actual brokerage statement. This is my brokerage. Now, when I do a trade like this was a trade in palladium. When I do a trade like this, I go in big. So I put $95,000 into this trade in my own account. And what did I get out of this trade? $177,450. And so therefore, my realized profit, the net profit, was actually over $80,000. It was $81,865. That was my net profit in just 3 weeks. Look, I gave you the signal right here. I said palladium was getting ready to break out. I don't know. People weren't interested in hearing it. Fine. Okay. If I need to be alone in making these kinds of profits, that's fine. But you should consider if you want to join us on the next trade, because I think there's an even bigger one setting up in palladium again throughout the rest of 2026. If you're considering joining our premium subscription service, this is where our alerts go out in real time, the specific options contracts that we are trading here. I want to show you our track record for the last 3 years. This is all of the options trades that we have done over the last 3 years, plus 121%, plus 67%, plus 80%. We had one single loss on all these options trades. That was in the silver market back in 2024. And then a gain of 153%, 254%, 65%, 53%. And then this last one, which I just said was in the palladium market, plus 92.3%. If we average all these out, you want to look at our track record here for the last 3 years. Our average gain is 93% on these options trades. Guys, I do not publish all these options trades for free. These go out to our premium subscribers. Do not be penny wise and pound foolish. Whether you're putting in $95,000 into a trade like I am, or whether you are, let's say, putting in $5,000 at a time, maybe $10,000 at a time for a trade, think about how much money you would have made on all these trades. If you were putting in $10,000 into a trade, you would have made over $9,000 in any one of these trades on average, right? That would pay for an annual subscription for our service for 15 years. Now, we did have a few people join here in December, but it was only a few. For some reason, other people did not want to learn about this trade. So if you would like to join us for the next one, I want to show you, I don't think this is over. Look, here's the palladium chart that we were talking about 3 weeks ago in that last video. If you don't believe me, go back and watch that last video from December 10th. Here's where we got into the trade. Here's where we got out, okay? We didn't even capture the whole move, and I made $80,000 in 3 weeks. I think palladium is about to go like this over the course of the next 6 months. It might not be starting immediately, so don't jump in too soon because these are highly leveraged trades. But if we made $80,000 or 92% in 3 weeks, what do you think is going to happen when palladium gets back up here closer to the highs from the last several years? You really need to think about this. I am expecting to make several $100,000 on this trade if I'm right on palladium over the next several months. So think about this. I gave you that one for free 3 weeks ago. The next one is not going out for free. That is being reserved for our premium subscribers. If you would like to join us in Precious Metals Intelligence Plus, you will receive a flash update when we make that next trade alert in the palladium market. You do not want to miss this one. Again, what I am trying to do here is to allow people to live the version of their lives that they were meant to live, from a standpoint of abundance, from a standpoint of not having to answer to anyone who, let's say, is trying to keep you down, trying to prevent you from living up to your potential. And let's be honest, what you have to do is you have to get out of the rat race. You have to get off of the hamster wheel in order to do that, in order to have the time and the discretionary funds to pursue higher level goals, higher level things that you want to experience, achieve, give back, help people, help animals, all of the above. You have to be able to have the free time and the discretionary funds to be able to do those things. You cannot sit back and just, hope by working 40 or 50 hours a week and saving a couple $1,000s every so often that you're going to get off the hamster wheel anytime soon. You have to take dramatic action to take control of your life. That's what we do here in Precious Metals Intelligence Plus. If you are a higher net worth investor, you have to understand the power of these private placements that we do. We have one that's up 300% in the last 6 months, blowing away even that palladium trade. I mean, we are just cleaning it up this year in our precious metals investments and our trades. So make sure to join us in the elite private placements. We will have a new private placement coming within the next couple weeks if you are a higher net worth investor. If you'd like to sit down and speak with myself, Christopher Aaron, you can reach me on the consultations tab on the website and book a time for us to sit down and discuss your situation. Think about this carefully. I think this trade has another round to it. Think about if you want to get involved. Remember, nothing is ever guaranteed in the world, but you look at our track record of the last 3 years on these options trades. I put that in comparison to anyone out there for options trades. I'd like to see the comparison. This is what I've been specializing in. This is what I've gotten quite good at, and I want to help investors to reach the next level in their lives. Thank you, and I'll see you in Vancouver in 3 weeks.